Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a full face of e.l.f. Cosmetics and going over my favorite products, things that I would recommend, and some things I would just spend a little more money on. So we're going to start with this. If you've used the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, this stuff does the exact same thing for a third of the price. I want to say the mini size that I bought from Sephora a couple of months ago was like $25, and this was 10. And that was just for the mini one. I think the mini one is even smaller than this, but this stuff, I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram. If not, here you go. I have pretty dry skin, so I have to moisturize quite a bit before using this because it's very sticky. I don't know if you guys can tell, but if you're wanting something that's going to literally stick your makeup to your face like glue, this is it. This stuff, this truly depends on what kind of skin you have. I have fairly dry skin, and the first time I used it, I didn't really know how much I liked it. Now, I'm also used to my Rare Beauty, which is like a little bit goes a long way, and it's a pretty full coverage, I would say. After using this a few times, I have really started to enjoy it. It's definitely lightweight. I would say it's buildable, but it definitely gives you a glow. Again, it just really depends on what kind of skin you have. I feel like if you have oily, shiny skin, you may not like it as much, but also if you have like extremely dry skin, then you may want to try something else or really moisturize really well before using it. Mine is dry, but if I moisturize really well, I feel like it does what I need it to. The first time I used it, I don't think I moisturized very well, and I just felt like it was falling off my face. I don't know, it just didn't cling to it as well, but I don't know. Definitely what I'm gonna be using in the summer. I am now using their Hydrating Camo Concealer. I have not used the matte one, but like I said, with dry skin, there's no way I could use the matte one, because this one I would not consider hydrating, but because I actually like the shade of this better than my Rare Beauty one, I think it matches me better. I've been using this more, but overall I do prefer my Rare Beauty as far as texture, if that makes sense, because I have dry skin. But I think regardless of your skin, like if you have dry or oily skin, definitely go for the hydrating one because it's really not that dewy, if it makes sense. If you use all of these products with that primer, I'm telling you, your makeup is going absolutely nowhere. I don't know if you can tell, like in the past, my makeup videos, I feel like my foundation and concealer hasn't really matched my skin that well, but this one definitely is a neutral toned look. I need to tell you guys what colors I'm using. So for the Halo Liquid Glow Filter, I'm using the shade 2. It's like a fair 2. And I do not have any, like, no tan whatsoever. It's the winter. I am pale and pasty. And then with the concealer, I always go lighter just to brighten up my eyes. And this one is in the shade Fair Warm. And I don't really think it's that warm. I feel like it's more of a neutral, which I have a neutral skin tone. And that worked perfectly for me. Whereas I love my Rare Beauty, but the neutral toned concealer and the neutral toned foundation is still too warm for me. And then the Cool is too pink. So I haven't really found a shade in the Rare Beauty during my not so tan months that I can use. During the summer, I can use the warmer shades just because my skin is much darker. Like I'm literally 3 shades darker in the summer. It's ridiculous. For now, I think in the winter months, the e.l.f. is definitely my go-to shade. Now for the contour, I really actually love this contour. This one is in the shade Medium Tan, and it's pretty dark, but because I'm using it as a contour, it's gonna blend really well. They say this is like the equivalent of the Charlotte Tilbury Beauty one. I have not yet tried those. Maybe one day, but for now, I've heard that this is the next best thing. And I'm gonna use e.l.f.'s little putty bronzer brush to blend this in. It really blends nicely. I got the brushes right off of e.l.f.'s website because I made the mistake of going into Target like 2 days after Christmas and there's nothing on the shelves. And so I had to go online and get these, which I will link everything down below, but it's gonna be on e.l.f.'s website just because I know they'll have more in stock than the other stores. And there are some things that they have on their website that I did not find at Target, like the lip liners and stuff. And they're only $2. Okay, so if you've been following me for a while, you know I love my Rare Beauty, and this has been all over the internet saying that it's a dupe for that. And while I do agree, this is a little more matte. She does have matte blushes, but I've never used those. I always get the more dewy ones. But let me just tell you, this one is in the shade Suave Mauve, and also using their liquid blush brush. This is brand new. I got it off the website because you probably will not find these in stores right now unless you go to Ulta, but the pigment is insane. Definitely worth the hype that you've probably seen all over TikTok. I haven't seen a ton of them on YouTube yet, but this stuff is insane. And a little bit goes a long way. Like that little thing I want to say was like $8, $7, $8, and will last me probably years. And I still have enough to put on my nose. That's insane. This is a product that I did not realize I would love as much as I did either. The same Halo Glow as a contour. They have a blush version. I didn't get that because I had to try the new liquid blushes, but the Halo Beauty Wand in the shade Champagne. The color is stunning. I'm curious how long this will last before I run out, but for the price point and the pigment, you guys see this, right? It is so good. I just don't like that it comes out like this and then you put it back in and it gets disgusting. But the color and the pigment, let me go back over it with my sponge. It's definitely worth it. I look literally glowing. So if your goal is to be shiny, dewy, glowy, this right here is your new best friend. So depending on how you like to do your brows, this is not my favorite e.l.f. brow product. I actually usually use their Wow Brow, but again, when I went to Target, almost everything was sold out, and I should have just ordered this online. But I do like that I can fill it in and then brush it out, but I usually still go over it with a gel of some sort because I just like that effect better. But there's honestly nothing wrong with this product. I just prefer a gel. But I do actually like this color because it is more of a taupey brown, or like a true brown, versus there's some that are very warm and look more auburn. This one is in the shade Neutral Brown, so it definitely is a neutral brown. Literally have an e.l.f. eyelash curler. I actually needed a new eyelash curler. The one I got from Sephora, the rubber part came off and cut off half my lashes, so that was fun. And I got to use a serum to make that grow back, which I believe e.l.f. has a lash serum. I've never tried it, but if you have, let me know if you have and if it works, because I'm sure it's a lot cheaper than my Grande Lash serum. This eyeshadow palette is honestly so beautiful, but I've heard they have some that are better, and my only tip with this one is it doesn't actually last as long, which maybe I just need to put primer on my lids. I'm not usually an eyeshadow person, so I don't have primer, but for the sake of this video, I'm using their crease eyeshadow brush and just applying a little bit. The colors are really pretty, but I noticed one day after wearing this, they just started creasing in the eyes, and I don't know. I've had eyeshadow last perfectly fine without primer before, but maybe if I try an eyeshadow primer, it'll last a little longer. But for the price and the amount of colors you get, I can't complain. I use this one for the base, and I'm gonna go in the crease of this one. Their brushes are honestly good. And I also like that these are clean products. There's nothing crazy in them. They're a pretty tried and true brand. And I feel like they're making a huge comeback. And then I have to use my finger for the shimmer and just put it lightly over my lid. It looks so pretty. So if I were going somewhere and wanted to do a more full face look, this is how I do my eyeshadow. Nothing crazy. Okay, now I do swear by their eyeliner. This stuff, I got a pack of 2 for $5. I can't bring myself to spending $20 on eyeliner when this literally does everything I need it to. I'm doing this in a mirror kind of far away, so because I'm on camera, I hope I don't mess this up. I do a very simple, light, thin wing, and I just want to say practice makes perfect. One side always looks better than the other. Same with the lashes, which shockingly, I have never used any e.l.f. mascara, I think, ever. And this stuff is actually probably my new go-to because the wind is curved and it's very thin. So when you're putting it on your lashes, it like brushes and fans them out. So if you're a 2 mascara kind of person, then you can definitely layer it on with a thicker mascara. But for me, this makes for a very natural lash. I might have to find something different in the summer because it's not waterproof, but for right now, it's perfect. Okay, this right here, I have been using for years. It does exactly what it says it does. Like, watch, you see how like shiny my skin is, and then look at my under eyes. It's literally about to just disappear. Look at that difference. I can't. I just put it right here under my eyes where it gets really shiny, and then right on my forehead because it's like too glowy. I don't go over my highlighter because I still want that there, and then just kind of like in the nose area where makeup kind of builds up if you're not careful. I can do a more in-depth tutorial later, but we're just going over the products and showing you how well this stuff works. This is not e.l.f., it's Amazon, but this, holy grail. Okay, and I've tried 2 of their lip liners. This one is $2. This one is $4, and this one has like a retracting pencil. You can just twist it or whatever. This one, I don't love it. I really don't love it, and that was a more expensive one. This one is their Cream Glide lip liner. They didn't have it at Target, so I ordered it online. Creamy, yes. Pigmented, yes. Definitely took me by surprise that it was only $2. This one is in the shade Pinky Swear, and it's a lot like my Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk one, but it's $2. I like to just like kind of dab it in like this and make it more blended because sometimes I just hate when it looks obviously overlined, if that makes sense. Because I'm not going over it with a lipstick, I am using their new lip oils. $8, worth every dime. It has a large applicator and not sticky, extremely smooth. This one is in the shade Pink Quartz. I mean, tell me this is not the most beautiful $10 lip combo you've ever seen. Look at this, $10. Highly recommend you guys try this because Stay All Night Micro Fine Setting Mist, and it's up to 16 hours. This stuff, honestly, as far as I know, it does what it says. It smells really good. I haven't had any issues with it. I've noticed when I do my makeup, it really does stay. But I think a combination of the primer and the Stay All Night Mist, I think just, I don't know. e.l.f. really stepped up the game. I'm obsessed. I think you guys will be too. Whole face of Drugstore Makeup. You guys let me know if you've tried any of these products, what you think, if they're worth the hype, or if you've tried some duds, because sometimes it happens. Sometimes it's definitely cheap products, but I think overall the ones that I'm using, I will keep using. Definitely gonna try to find a primer for the eyeshadow because I do really like these colors, but without a primer, they're just not staying very long. But I could not believe that I had been sleeping on e.l.f. makeup for so long. I do really love their skincare line, the Holy Hydration. If you haven't used it, it's definitely worth it, especially in the summer with the SPF. That's it. Super quick, easy, everyday makeup look using only e.l.f. So also let me know if you want to see more videos like this because my makeup videos on Instagram and TikTok have been popping off lately. You guys have been loving the YouTube shorts that I've been sharing, just doing simple get ready with me's. So let me know if you want to see more beauty tutorials like this. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.